Who's ready? So this is the Northeast Airport crit in Philadelphia, PA. This right here, this little part is just like the meetup. Everybody kind of meet there at 6 o'clock. Before that, you do your warm-up laps, kind of just hang out a little bit, ride like a lap or three around the course. This is where this kind of really is starting. So you do warm-up laps. Like the thing that I like about this this practice crit is that you do your warm-up laps as a group. You can see the young guy right here. I think this first guy that I'm passing, he's 13. This is his dad. The first guy's Henry. This is dad Dave. The guy in the bright green, that's Mike. I call him Clydesdale Mike because he just goes for days. And if you're behind him, he blocks the wind. It's great. This was my first time out here. I've ridden with Clydesdale Mike before. I've ridden with one other guy that I was talking to in the beginning. I've ridden with him. Everyone else, I didn't know. I kind of just showed up to this thing, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, Mike? I want to ride with you guys." But yeah, this is the warm up. So we do a couple of warm up laps. Everybody gets their blood flowing, gets your heart rate going a little bit, and then the action starts. After that, right here, it's kind of cool because everybody's just kind of conversing, talking a little bit, and you'll see by the end of the video, no one's talking at all. Everybody's kind of just holding on for dear life, panting and trying to keep up with the fast guys. Or pretty fast. So, I'm gonna say a lot of the guys that ride in here are like, I mean, you got your Cat 5 racers and guys that want to be Cat 5 racers like myself. I mean, I've been riding for a year. Literally, I got my first road bike. I haven't even been riding a road bike for a year. I've just been kind of like, I had a hybrid. And, I decided a year ago to start riding. I just hit the gear like 5 times. Alright, whatever. So, my experience level is not very high. A lot of these guys have a wealth of knowledge as far as, road racing, crit racing, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to ride with him. You see this guy just flicked his arm. So we're doing a drill here where it's supposed to flow pretty fluidly. You don't take very hard pulls. You just kind of rotate. So when I was in the military, we called this an Indian run. I don't know if that's politically correct, but that's what we called it. So like slow man, the last man comes to the front, does a pull, and it goes pretty consistent. This guy that's in front of me right now, I want to say he's like a Cat 2 or 3, or I'm sorry, a Cat 1 or 2, but he's strong, man. He's super fast, and I was happy to be on his wheel. Watch how he takes his corner. Wow. He killed it, man. I was kind of iffy on this one because I didn't know if there was a guy to the inside of me, so I didn't want to cut anybody off. And when you're the new guy out here, you do not want to wreck anyone. So I wasn't trying to trash anyone's couple of $1,000 bike. I mean, these guys my bike is expensive, but these guys' bikes, some of them are way more expensive than mine. So I didn't want to be the guy to wreck everyone on the first day out. But with that said, these guys give you pointers. I mean, the whole time you're riding, they're like, yo, tuck your knees, like your knees are too far out. Like, pull your knees in, bend your elbows, put your head down, hold on to my wheel right here. Like, just don't try to take a pull, this and that. This one was my first one, so I was trying to take every pull that I could. But when it got up there, it was pretty good. Like, so the longer you ride, obviously, like the more you're gonna exert yourself. So you see my gap right here. This was one of the things that I needed to work on. The guy in front of me was telling me, he's like, "Yo, your gap." This guy right here that's passing, he's a beast too, man. That's Ian. Super fast. Like, guy's sick. So like I was saying, these guys give you a lot of pointers. There goes Clydesdale Mike. You see the guy just cut over. He was just like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm just gonna get in because he can't hold his wheel. But when you need the new guys out, like sometimes you can't hold the faster guys' wheels. So anyway, back to what I was saying. This guy in front of me, he's pretty fast, so he's a good wheel to follow. And like I said, he was giving me pointers the whole time. Yo, get on my wheel, get on my wheel. And like just through corners, it was kind of difficult to hop on because they kind of cut the corners so quickly. You know what I mean? And they're real smooth with it. I'm not as smooth as they are. Right here, you see how I tell them get over, because I just want to kind of stay behind them and learn as much as possible. And that's the cool thing about this group. Like I said, these guys allow you to do that. It's not, they're not playing KOM with you. They're not like, yo, I'm trying to drop everybody in the group. They're educating the people that are riding, because everyone that's coming out there wants to learn how to ride a little bit better. So when you get towards the end, I mean, the pace picks up and it gets a little faster, but it's still a great learning experience. These guys are great instructors, and they don't mind like giving knowledge. So you see right here, like the gap opened up a little bit. He was telling me like, you gotta pull up, and so we did. I mean, we pulled up, we closed up the gap. We tried to close up the gap, but you know, these guys were moving. The kid that's in front of him, he was a young guy too. I'm not sure how old he was, but he's obviously he's got pretty strong legs. He would be, I would say, a Cat 5 or a junior racer, but he was good. He was good and he was strong. So just sitting here holding wheels, man, holding wheel, and heart rate at this point wasn't crazy high. I start to get worried when I get up to about, like, I don't know, 178, 180. And I wish I could put it on the screen, but I don't have the capabilities of doing that yet. I will here in the future. I think it was flying, the truck was flying by. So here again, taking my spot. My guy left me. Because this guy ahead of me right now, he let it open up a little bit too much. So again, I'm not right up on his wheel, and that's where I needed to be. And that's one of the things that I learned from doing this. Like, all right, you got to suck up on the guy's wheel. Don't hit your brakes. You can see where my hands are positioned. I didn't utilize my brakes too much, or I didn't overdo it. Again, I've not been riding for more than a year on a road bike, so I am a little squirrely sometimes, and I don't want to wreck anybody. So, like, you don't want to. You're coasting downhill, and you don't want to take anyone out, so you might tap the brake a little bit here and there. Definitely don't tap it before the corner or in the corner or anywhere after. You just kind of ride that out. Right, we go in the corner. I took this really nice. I stayed close enough. But this guy, you see, he kind of just blows up. So right here, he should have gotten over and just kind of chilled. But like when he took his pull, you see how far he kind of gapped. So this kind of makes everyone work a little bit harder. So I got to take him over, and this is my pull. So this pull right here, number one, he left me. So he started going pretty hard when he took his pull. So he left me. This guy obviously was right on my wheel because he was able to come up and just take it up. But this section right here is just, you're in a head. It's a headwind. So it's just beating you up. It's brutal. So you're just kind of riding it out, and it wasn't a whole lot of fun. It hurt, but I mean, you see how smooth the rest of them are. Everyone's kind of sucking the wheel. That's pretty good. Small gaps, but for the most part, they close them up. We're moving at a good pace right here. See these guys kind of bunched up, spread out. This is the accordion effect that you don't want to have when you racing. You see right here, I didn't move up fast enough, so this guy jumped in, which there's nothing wrong with that because I didn't close it up. So you see him kind of just taking the initiative. Like, all right, you're not moving, because that's less work than he has to do to close the gap. So just ride out a couple of corners here. Look at that. I took that one pretty good. That one wasn't bad. You see, Ian was ahead of the guy that's in front of me, and he took the corner a lot better than both of us did. Right here, I'm just kind of tapping the brake a little bit. I didn't want to overdo it, but I think at this point in time, I'm kind of tired. I was putting in a lot of work, but I think this is the last lap that I was with the group. So you see the guys kind of point out obstacles and everything else. We're moving at a good pace. This is the best part I think about cycling. Is riding in a group like this in Pendleton, and you're just you're pretty close to the guy next to you. Hopefully you don't touch, but this is great training. This is you learn how to you learn a lot of bike handling skills. You learn how to get a little faster. You build your confidence. You see these guys. They're just hammering away. Everyone's hammering. And you see this is my favorite little part of the course, because of course I'm gonna end up in the wind as soon as this guy takes the corner. Bam, takes the corner, looks to his right, bam, flicks me by. Hey, take the win. You're welcome. So pull up. And you can see the flag there. The flag is literally hitting us in the face. But look at these guys right here. Textbook. Bam. I'm no longer in the wind. But you see how close they are, how tight they keep it, and that's kind of what you want. You want this thing to be a well-oiled machine. And they do a pretty good job of it. So you see it's kind of just moving. This is a slight, it's a slight incline and also a headwind. So you see right here, I'm dying. You see that gap opens up. So I'm telling the guy next to me, I flipped him up. I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. So I think that my mistake right here was I slowed down way too much. I should have kept pushing. So you see everyone kind of like flying by me. There's Clydesdale Mike. I try to get in on him, and then the young guy is right there. So I didn't want to cut him off. So I jumped back out. But that whole pool, I'm in the wind, and I slowed down way too much. I lost a lot of momentum, and these guys are going with the momentum. No one's really riding in the wind because they're all in the draft. And yeah, I lost the wheel. Then I got dropped. So this is the drop, man. You can see in my shadow, like I'm still pushing 100%. I'm just pushing in the wind and by myself. I lost the group. So you can see I'm just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. This part right here, you got a tailwind, you're downhill. I didn't coast at all. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna keep going. I can still see them, so I felt like there was still a chance that I would catch them. If nothing else, like somebody was gonna fall off. The lead group broke away at this point. I think there was a 4-man group that just broke away. No one could hold on to them. And the rider ahead of me, that's the young guy, he's getting smaller. But then like right here, you see like, all right, I feel like there's some hope because the little dot's getting bigger. But here it is. All right, we're gonna hit this corner. I'm running them down a little bit because I still got something in my legs, but I'm screaming, and I didn't take that corner good enough. This is it. You're hitting the wind, and my man just runs away. A strong rider though. He rides away, and I'm just like, all right, this is it. I'm done. I'm pretty sure I burst. So yeah, that was the drop. But I mean, the good thing is like you can always double back. Like you pull over, you head back the other way when you see the group coming, and you turn back around, kind of play the outside until they catch up, and then you jump right back in. And that's really where you're learning to get better. All right, I'm just gonna jump back in, figure out where I need to improve. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Everyone's going. I think there's one guy ahead of me. He didn't keep up with the group either. So I eventually catch him. We have some more. We chit chat for a bit. Wait for everyone else to come around. We eventually hopped on with the second group. I mean, the group's always split, so we hopped on with the second group and did a couple laps with them. But I mean, it's a tough little crit. It's fun, but it hurts a little bit, which is a good thing. I mean, you're not gonna learn from doing easy rides all the time. There he is. There you can see him in the distance. What a great ride. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you want to get out and do some fast riding, I suggest that you come out to Northeast Airport practice crit. It's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Like I said, people usually show up around 5:45, get a couple of warm-up laps in, do some warm-ups with the group. The tempo just ticks up as the laps go.
Yeah, we don't want to be in there,
So if you're in Philly, you want a good ride, come out and ride the Northeast Airport practice.
To the left up there and jump on. Just like yeah, as soon as they start turning it up, man, it's Mike's still up there. Yeah, he's in the second group.
Wow, he's the second group.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had him to draft off, that'd have been great. Yeah. Second airport crit. The Northeast Airport, Philly. Man, hey, these guys are riding today. It was nice, man. I held on for a while. Ended up getting dropped at the end. So, all right. It was good. It was good. You learn a little bit more every time you come out. These guys are great because they give you pointers while you're riding, and it's good to get it from that perspective. There's a couple things I gotta work on before the next Tuesday. So I'm gonna keep coming out though and improving. Keep doing the fountain rides on Saturday. Got a big ride coming up this weekend, so that should be pretty dope. But Cycle Mycle, your favorite Cat 5 racer. I get dropped. I won't always, but right now I do. But I look good doing it.